Bro, the Canelo fans are down bad, taking this loss very bad to Terence Crawford. You guys seen the clip. Canelo. Bro, they did the Shawn Wayans from Don't Be a Minute. Wow. In this video, we got to talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego in the back with some more boxing. Now, the clip you seen at the beginning was a Canelo Cinnabon. The word that Boxing Ego popularized for the Canelo Radical fans. And wow. You literally have a grown man watching the fight, and he is so torn up that Canelo lost to Crawford that he has like a full-on temper tantrum and literally starts crying. You see it. Hold on. Like, you see the tears. You hear the fear in his eyes because he knew what had happened, right? I mean, insanity. And he falls to his knees. Boom. Boom. The Canelo fans are taking this bad. Look, fall to his knees. Literally wiping tears from his eyes and fall to his knees over a boxing fight. Now, I find it to be funny. I don't know why. Maybe that's just my humor. I think it's funny. Another reason why I think it's funny, because when there's a black fighter or a Cuban fighter, mostly black, but you have these same fans a lot of times where they'll say and type all these disparaging things if you are in support of a black fighter. So, for example, they'll put all these homoerotic fantasies, right? And I'm trying to censor the word, into the fray because you believe a black fighter will win, right? I remember when Errol Spence was about to fight Mikey Garcia, you had the race fans and some of them, because as soon as the fight was announced, Boxing Ego said, Errol, I like Mikey Garcia, but that is a bad fight for him, right? It's a bad fight. Styles make fights. It's a bad fight for him, right? And that wasn't good enough. You know, some people say, oh, you hate this or you hate that or you hate Mikey Garcia. Despite every piece of content I put out that was positive about Mikey Garcia, it's like a friend doing a friend a favor, right? You do 4 favors for a friend, you're the best. 1 favor. So you've only not done 1 favor out of 5. So you did it 4 times, but the 1 time you don't, then his name calling, oh, you hate this, or you're a racist. Why are you picking Errol? You don't know ish about boxing. Fast forward to the future, we all seen the Errol Spence fight versus Mikey Garcia, and Boxing Ego was right. Boxing Ego was dead on about what would happen in the fight, and it played out like that. So, again, I'm just giving you guys a random example. I've been doing this at a high level for several years. The funny thing is, you have the same fans, like people who now like Canelo or whatever, the race fans, and they'll try to find a way to antagonize you and make you look dumb or make you look like you're obsessed or you're in love with a fighter because you're picking them. I mean, I've seen people posting memes of Terence Crawford, and the meme was like, there's this gangbanger and his face was all lumped up. It's a viral video that went around. He's like, hey, cuz, I need help, cuz. Hey, somebody help me, cuz. They got me, cuz. And his face looked like Martin from the Tommy Hearns episode, right? And people were putting that on their pages referencing Terence Crawford. Now, I like to joke. I don't mind memes. I post memes. So I'm not a prude. If it's funny, it's funny. Cool. You thought it was funny before the fight and you posted it. But now when Crawford beats the dog-ish out of Canelo, who's supposed to be bigger and stronger, and he loses all his belts, now you have the same people crying and they want privacy and all types of stuff. But when Wilder loses to Tyson Fury, these people are jumping up for joy and like, yeah, ah, ha, ha. What do you have to say? And it's funny, speaking of Wilder, I thought Wilder would beat Tyson Fury. I was wrong, right? And I picked Wilder, I believe. I think I did. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I picked him. And I was rocking with him. He's an American. I'm an American. And I like Wilder, right? So I picked Wilder. He loses the third fight to Tyson Fury, right? And you literally had people making videos and saying, oh, Boxing Ego was crying. Okay. Never cried on my channel in 20 years of doing this. But for the Wilder fight, people were lying. Oh, you cried. Ego cried because Wilder, a black fighter, lost and he was backing him. And what do you have to say for yourself? All this like random lies, basically, because I didn't come close to crying. Never cried on my channel since I've started, but that's just me. Now, there's nothing wrong with crying, but that's not how I usually express myself, no matter what the situation is. But you have people, the same fans, the race fans, they come in like, aha, Wilder lost, you're crying. Fast forward to the future, you literally have Canelo fans breaking their TVs, falling to their knees, and actually crying, right? And I can do this all day because I've been in the game so long. When Jermell Charlo, I was at that fight too in New York. It was the first fight with Fox on PBC, and Jermell Charlo ends up losing to Tony Harrison. Jermell Charlo started crying as a combatant because he put so much into his camp and he thought the fight was close. And they gave the decision to Tony Harrison, right? Which, mind you, he would later avenge within a fight or two. It was supposed to be next, but Tony Harrison got injured. But anyway, so he avenged that, got that back via knockout. Lost the decision, but he was crying, Jermell Charlo, he was crying like, man, I hate to lose, like, you know what I mean? He was just upset. Put in a lot of work only to not have it go your way. Again, the race fans came out and they were like, aha, he's crying and da-da-da-da. But the funny thing is, he didn't really get whooped. Like, it was arguable if he even lost. Canelo fought a smaller man and got whooped. And got whooped by it. So I wanted to make this video, not really to poke fun, but kind of. Because you have people who are Canelo fans and everything they've accused other people of doing, particularly black people, like being a fanboy, being obsessed with Tank or whatever. Aha, Tank took a knee and all that stuff. But now they're taking a knee, right? The same race fans. Now, look, he just took a knee because Canelo got whooped on by a smaller person. It's so remarkable. That's why I always tell you guys, the internet is oftentimes a mirror. You got to look at the man in the mirror, like Michael Jackson said. The internet's a mirror where people will hurl insults, and you got to pay attention to what they say, because a lot of what they say that's geared towards you, it really is a mirror and it reflects on them. So it's really an internalization. They're saying it to you. Oh, you're obsessed. Oh, you're a baby. Oh, Boxing Ego cried over Wilder. But then Canelo fans are literally breaking their TVs and literally crying because Bud whooped him. Some people thought I was going to be mad. I'm happy Bud won. He freed the division that Canelo was. Look at these pictures. Canelo was holding the belts hostage, and he's an American. I'm an American. I've covered boxing, and I covered Bud's whole career. Been to Omaha several times, covered his fights, you know, and it was a great performance. Can't take anything away from him. So I just find it funny that the people, they'll throw all this energy out towards you, the race fans, and then this is how they really act in real life. Like they'll say, oh, you like Terence Crawford, you like Gervonta Davis, you're obsessed with them, you're in love with them, right? And they often do it to, keep in mind, it's often towards the black fan, black fighters and black fans, right? You're obsessed with Bud, Bud's going to get whooped and blah, blah, blah. You're obsessed with Tank. But no black Bud fan is really wearing headbands that say Bud Crawford or Gervonta Davis headband. That's not really even part of the culture. However, in Hispanic and Latino culture, guys like Canelo and Chavez, they have had fan bases that are so like radicalized towards their fighter where they'll wear a Chavez Jr. or a Canelo headband and, you know, toting the flag and stuff like that. You don't really see that in black culture. Nobody really rocking Omaha shirts and flags and Nebraska flags for Crawford. We just know he's a great fighter and he's doing his thing. The insults that they say, oh, you cried over Wilder, you cried because Tank took a knee and all this type of stuff. But then at the end of the day, I just showed you a clip of a diehard Canelo fan. He's boo-hooing because a man that don't even know you lost a fight. Brilliant performance by Terence Crawford. He did his thing. He proved skeptics wrong, everything, you know. He did a lot for his career, made a lot of money. It was a total win. Canelo, not so much. I don't even know where Canelo goes from here because you weren't supposed to lose this to a smaller person. In fact, it's like almost like I said it before. It's almost equivalent of losing to a boxer, losing in a boxing match, a lifelong boxer losing a boxing match to a UFC fighter. It just, you don't see it that happen often, like where someone comes up that much weight and gets it done. But Crawford did it. Praise be to him. And now the Canelo fans are saying Crawford cheated and saying that something's wrong with his gloves, which you can see here, blaming other people. Just give the man his credit, bro. Life is so much easier when you give him credit. Let me know what you think. For more boxing news, subscribe.